property of Dr. Hirsch. I'll hang on to this for now. I don't think the doctor will let me look inside if I return it straight away. Looks like it's locked, though. I'll need to find some way to open it. What's going on?
Nothing.
Nobody has seen Herman since he vanished.
We're very concerned for his well-being.
Now, if you'll excuse us, we're going to check his room.
It's no use. It's locked.
Say, do either of you know anyone who could open this briefcase?
I'll give it a shot.
Let me try first.
No, I'm going first.
He clearly asked me. I'm the best person for the job.
The second best person for the job?
You won't be saying that when I open it.
Because I'd have already opened it.
It's mine!
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 Well, now look what you did.
It wasn't me.
Was too.
I think my work here is done. These medical records show Lady Unterwald's date of birth. I'd have never... Is that Lady Unterwald's date of birth? She certainly had a good run.
You again? Just who are you anyway?
Not another health inspector, we hope.
I'm not sure I can handle another inspection.
No, I'm an attorney.
Oh, zut. That's even worse.
So much worse!
Just what is it you want, attorney?
Do you think I could heat up this napkin?
Quoi? You want to cook a napkin?
I think there's a hidden message in here.
He's gone mad.
Not now, attorney! We're in no mood to entertain your wild ideas.
Are you sure everything is okay?
We have everything under control.
All right, attorney. We may have a little rodent problem.
I've never seen a thief like it.
This is no ordinary rodent. This foul creature must have received formal training.
Your mouse is a master thief?
Oui, pretty much anything it gets its grubby paws on.
Admit it, Francois. We can't go on like this. We need professional help.
I can't work under these conditions.
Yes, I suppose you are right. Attorney, I propose a trade.
I'm listening.
You catch that creature for us, and we'll let you cook your little napkin.
Him?
What would you have me do, Antoine? First, that dreadful inspection, and now a rodent running amok in our kitchen. If word of this gets out, you'll be fired by sunrise. Then what will you and your precious grill do then?
What do you say, attorney?
I'm sure I could figure something out. How hard could it be?
It won't be so simple. That little thief is a professional. We've heard it scratching in the pantry. I'd start your hunt there.
I won't let you down.
Merci, attorney.
Oh, my beauty. What did they do you?
Hello.
Oui?
Any tips on catching that?
It won't be easy, attorney. That little devil has shortcuts everywhere. We tried to plug them all up, but there's too many.
Any chance of a tour of the kitchen?
A tour? I'm afraid a tour of the kitchen will have to wait. The timing right now, it's not ideal.
Oh, that's okay.
Ah, you twist my arm, attorney. Of course I'll give you a tour. Come closer, and I will show you the star of Fiammetta.
You should tell me all about Fiammetta.
You really want to know? No, I'm not sure that you can handle it.
I can handle it. Give me the full spiel on Fiammetta.
Okay, well, you asked for it. Allow me to introduce you to Fiammetta, referred to by her manufacturers as the Easy 500. She comes forged in cast iron steel. Fiammetta has not one, but two baking ovens. A broiler drawer that's ideal for browning the tops of casseroles, caramelizing your meats, or even roasting your vegetables. But that's not all.
It's not?
We are not talking your standard dual cooktop burners. We are not even talking 4. Fiammetta has 6 cooktop burners, an upper warming compartment that keeps optimum temperatures for your soups and sauces, and, if that wasn't enough, a lower storage drawer for your additional kitchenware.
Wow! I, assume you've heard about Lady Unterwald.
Ah, attends. C'est une tragédie. It's terrible. We even had to throw away perfectly good ingredients to fit her in the pantry.
Excuse me?
You heard me. Don't go snooping around in the freezer, or you'll give yourself a scare.
Are you saying Lady Unterwald is stored in your freezer?
Lady Unterwald needs to be on ice until the authorities can reach us. There was no other alternative, attorney.
I don't think Lady Unterwald would have approved of your storage methods.
Would you prefer Lady Unterwald to lay where she fell, in front of our paying passengers? When you consider the alternative, this is a more dignified resting place, no?
I suppose so. I should get back to finding that mouse.
Good luck, attorney.
What's this doing here? Can't catch a mouse without cheese. They won't mind if I borrow these. Hey, the cork fits perfectly. I should cork up any mouse holes I find. There's bound to be more. That's another mouse burrow plugged up. I think that was the last one. That was quick. Sorry, little buddy, but your crime spree is over. There's bound to be some stolen property in the borough. Well, that solves where Herman's keys went. I should hang on to these, or he'll probably think that I stole them. Gentlemen, I have captured your thief.
It's not possible.
Chapeau!
Our nightmare is over.
La cuisine is now open for business, avocat.
Feel free to look around.
Take anything you need, mon ami.
I hope I'm right about this. Wait, I see something. .306. What could that mean? It's room 306. Room 306. I'll slide the note underneath the door.
April, are you there?
Diana, what took you so long? I was starting to worry.
April, I've made contact with the informant. I'm afraid we've hit a bit of a snag. Lady Unterwald was murdered. Not only that, our informant isn't as sharp as our intelligence had me believe.
Murdered? Diana, you need to get out of there.
Not yet. You know I need to do this.
Diana, it's your first mission in the field. Please, you aren't equipped to face a killer.
I can still salvage this mission. I have to go. I'll keep you updated.
Diana, abort. Abort the mission.
So, you finally made it. I was beginning to doubt your abilities.
You didn't make it easy. Were you talking to someone in here?
No, and that's none of your concern.
Well, what can you tell me?
You're right. A proper introduction is in order. Diana Osterhagen, Inland Revenue Secret Service. I'm a field operative, working under the British government.
The Inland Revenue has a Secret Service branch? I've never heard of them.
That's the point, Arthur. We've suspected the Unterwald estate has been concealing financial crimes for some time, but we weren't able to pin them down. There was always an obstruction. Someone with their thumb on the scale.
Not just a thumb, but maybe a hand.
We had nothing to go on. Not until an informant made contact with the promise of information.
And you think I'm that informant?
The informant would be wearing a blue suit with a red rosette. Are you suggesting that doesn't match your description?
The suit? Of course! Lady Unterwald must have orchestrated this whole thing!
What's that?
Nothing. I was just thinking out loud.
So, what have you got? Do you have evidence of financial misconduct?
This isn't about Lady Unterwald's murder?
Lady Unterwald's death was unexpected. However, I have to stay on mission.
Did you know the treasurer was cooking the books? I found Bergman's ledger hidden in a drawer.
Is that so? Let me have a look. If Bergman was really falsifying these records, this could be exactly the evidence we've been looking for. Maybe I heard you wrong, Arthur. You're sharper than you look.
Thank you?
Leave this with me.
I discovered the treasurer was being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? By whom?
A mobster by the name of Donnie Donato.
Interesting. Do you have any evidence?
Aha! No. Donnie recorded their conversations, but he kept the tape recorder on him.
And where is he now?
I think he had a run-in with the casino enforcers.
Maybe Donnie left it behind. Just let me know if you find it.
I found a hidden safe in Lady Unterwald's quarters.
A hidden safe? What was inside?
I'm not sure. I haven't been able to open it.
We should find a way to open it. It could contain evidence. Good work, Arthur. I knew this wouldn't be a wasted trip. See if you can find out any more information.
Whoa!
I'll continue to monitor the situation from here.
What are these for?
They're blank reels for the wire recorder.
Mind if I take one?
Sure. Go ahead.
Thanks. Looks like I'll need another wire reel to record anything new. Hey, it fits! I now have a voice recording of Lady Unterwald. There are two locking mechanisms here. There's a combination lock. Need to put in a 6-digit number. And this looks like a listening device. Could this lock be voice activated? That's it! Just one more locking mechanism to get through. Let's see if the lock responds to Lady Unterwald's voice recording.
Thank you for calling the Royce Express onboard service. This call may be recorded for training purposes.
It worked! I think that did it.
Stand back, Arthur.
What is all this paperwork?
This is one of Lady Unterwald's wills, all right.
Another will?
Wait, there's another one. And another. Oh, dear. There are hundreds of wills here. Every alteration Lady Unterwald ever made. These could go back years. Somebody would have to go through all this paperwork to check.
My goodness.
Finally, some bureaucracy! $62,015? 62,016?
So, did you find what you were looking for?
Not exactly. I'll still need to locate the lost will, but I should be able to compare it against these revisions. How's the espionage going? The safe didn't contain any financial records, if that's why you're here.
No, that's not the reason I came. Listen, I recorded a suspicious phone call shortly after the death of Lady Unterwald.
What kind of phone call?
Here, you can play it on your recorder.
Please, I just need more time. We had an agreement, Herman. I don't want to have to call off our deal.
It's not my fault.
You'll just have to figure it out. We believe in you.
I have to go. It's not safe here.
That's Herman. He sounded terrified. Do you think he's wrapped up in Lady Unterwald's death?
I can't say for sure, but I think it's time we found out.
Herman?
Herman's belongings are still here. It doesn't look like he fled. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a clue.
Aha! I've got you this time! No, don't you dare! It's Lady Unterwald's will. It must have traveled down the carriages. All right, here goes nothing. I got it!
Well done, Arthur.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Hello? Is that you, Detective?
Hey, you're not Herman. What are you doing here?
Oh, we were just,
We could ask you the same question.
We were looking for the detective. Wait, what's that you're holding?
Oh, this is just a piece of paper. All very inconsequential.
You found the missing will. We can do the reading now, Mr. Ackerman.
I don't think that's a good idea.
We should get started right away.
There's still a lot of cross-referencing we need to
Oh, we insist.
Well, Arthur?
What does it say?
I'm not sure I should...
Oh, get on with it.
All right, all right. It reads as follows. I, Lady Unterwald, being of sound mind, legal capacity, leave my entire estate to Arthur Ackerman.
What? You poisonous goat! You turned her against us!
We were right to distrust you. Hand over that will. Hey, that's your hearing horn.
All starting to make sense now.
What is it, Mother?
Arthur clearly manipulated my dear sister's living will in his own favor.
No!
Then murdered her to claim the estate for himself.
It's not what it looks like. Oh dear.
Seize him!
I assure you, detectives, these restraints are unnecessary.
Herman Merman, as I live and breathe. I hope you don't mind me saying, but we're big fans of your work. Isn't that right, Bailey?
Oh, I mean, yes, I could hardly contain my excitement.
We were thinking, maybe you could help us out, Herman.
Well, I'm always happy to assist a fan.
Maybe you could tell us what happened on the Royce Express.
You want to know about the Royce Express?
We wanted to give you the opportunity to set the record straight.
What do you say?
Don't you think I should speak to an attorney?
You hear that, Bailey? The man wants to speak to an attorney.
Brave man. Especially after all the legal trouble Mr. Ackerman has landed you in.
I suppose it couldn't hurt to regale you with a new Herman tale.
That's a boy.
Can you tell us your earliest memory from that day, Herman?
Let me think. I believe it all began at my publisher's office. I just pitched my latest novel, you see. It was going down in absolute storm.
Thank you, Herman. What an interesting pitch.
And what a title! Herman Merman and the Suburban Burden.
And we just think it's so brave of you to come here and pitch us another crime novel.
Especially considering the current landscape.
Thank you! But what do you mean?
Well, there's no easy way to say this.
The data indicates a sharp decline in your particular brand of fiction.
We've also run into some problems with your branding deals.
Surely not the Herman Merman dolls! You assured me they'd be a hit!
I'm afraid so, Herman.
We can't even give these away.
Stop that! I don't like it! Well, what do you suggest we do?
Not to worry. We're already prototyping an exciting line of Dirk Chiselton products.
Stop that! I don't like it!
Ahem. This is just a prototype, of course.
Very much still in the early development phase.
So that's it then. I've been replaced?
No! Nobody said you're being replaced, Herman.
We're simply... how do we say this?
Exploring new avenues.
Yes, that's it.
I do feel you're making a big mistake here. Herman Merman and the Suburban Burden is a gold mine.
I'm afraid it's ultimately out of our hands, Herman. But if you feel strongly about this idea, we could always petition the board.
Board?
The board.
Pitch to me, if you dare. Behold, I alone control the means of production.
Go ahead, Herman.
Just place your manuscript into the slot, and we'll give the old algorithm a spin.
Determining market value. Unappealing protagonist. Margins below threshold. Unsatisfactory target demographic. Manuscript denied.
Ah, well, there you have it.
We all really enjoyed your pitch, but the board doesn't seem to agree.
If you have anything else to pitch, we'd be glad to hear it, though.
Don't quit your day job.
Wait, you want me to pitch something else?
You're a valued client, Herman. Just let us know when you're ready.
The boxes seem to be filled with popcorn.
It's a great loose-fill packaging material, you know.
It's also the cheapest thing we could find.
I'll just take a handful. I see a letter opener and a mini stapler. No! Here you go, my fine feathered fellow.
Shoot! Get out of here!
They won't mind if I borrow this. I'll just grab a cup of water. If I can't win playing by their rules, it's time to mix things up.
Foreign object detected in script input device. Attempting self-cleaning process. Self-cleaning process failed!
Excuse me. The board doesn't seem to be taking any more submissions.
How unusual. I've never seen the board do that before.
Herman, were you able to submit your manuscript beforehand?
Indeed, I did.
Very well. Let's see whether the underlying data supports you.
What's happening?
I think the board approves. I can't tell.
Pull the lever again.
It's no use. The board is completely fried.
That's not possible.
But without the board, we'd have to...
You couldn't possibly mean...
I'm afraid so. We're going to have to go with our gut on this one.
No! There must be some other way.
How can we possibly decide without empirical data?
Let us deliberate.
I'm assuming this doubles as the out tray. There's a rejected manuscript in here already. What do we have here? It's where all the incoming mail eventually ends up. It's where all the incoming mail eventually ends up. Dirk Chiselton sent over a manuscript? Sorry, Dirk. I need it more than you do. Waste not, want not. There, that should do it. Allow me to pitch my latest manuscript. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
We'll be the judge of that. Herman Merman, dare I say it, I'm impressed.
He's rough and daring, but he has a soft, caring side. Well done, Herman. This may even compare to Chiselton's best work, no doubt about it.
Now that's what I'm talking about. A classic silly Herman adventure. The narrative is a little pedestrian at first, but then it really digs its hooks in.
Are you sure we can't check with the board, just in case?
I think those were noises of approval. I really can't tell.
All right, we've got something here. Let's make it happen, Herman.
What do you need from us, Herman?
I was wondering if I could get paid in advance.
You didn't tell me he was funny.
One moment, Herman. Yes? It's for you, Herman. Were you expecting a call?
I don't believe so. Yes. Oh, indeed. Of course. Thank you for the opportunity, Lady Unterwald.
Herman?
Ladies and gentlemen, it appears I have a train to catch. But you shall have your story.
Herman Merman, we meet at last. Welcome aboard the Royce Express.
Lady Unterwald, what is the meaning of this?
Please accept my apologies for the unusual manner of your arrival. As I'm sure you can understand, a certain amount of discretion was required.
Indeed?
Forgive me. You must be wondering what it is you're doing here aboard my train.
I assumed you required the services of a world-famous detective.
Oh, my goodness, no! A world-famous detective running amok on my train. Everyone would be losing their minds before supper. I hear you're writing your next novel. I felt you could adequately mask your activities as a working novelist. To the average passenger, you'd simply be researching your next story. Do you think you could do that, Herman? Keep a low profile, not cause a scene?
Well,
Well, I could always call Dirk Chiselton. It wouldn't be as clean, but...
I'll do it! Herman Merman never backs away from a case.
Lady Unterwald.
Away! Back into the case with you!
Lady Unterwald, please. Forgive me if I am intruding.
Not at all, Mr. Liu. What a pleasure it is to see you again.
Please, I must insist you call me Jan. Here, I brought you something.
Oh, another bouquet. You certainly know how to flatter an old gal.
Oh, not quite. It's a chili plant, a particularly fiery variety. It reminded me of you, my lady.
Oh, my goodness, John. You turned me bright red. But I know you didn't come all this way just to flatter me.
Indeed. I was wondering if you'd given any more thought to my proposal. If you're considering selling your legacy, I want you to know that it'll be in good hands.
Look, John,
You need more time to consider, of course. There are still a few more hours before the speech. I'll leave you to weigh your options.
You're most kind. Thank you, Jean. All right, you can come out. This is why you're here, Herman. I need you to keep an eye on Mr. Liu for me.
You think Mr. Liu has an ulterior motive?
At the very least, I suspect he doesn't have my full interests at heart. And there's also the question of my family, who will undoubtedly be sticking their noses into my business. I've got them sufficiently shaking in their boots ahead of my speech. But keep an eye out for any trouble, will you?
I'll certainly do my best, Lady Unterwald.
I've secured a suite for you on board, room 304. Just let me know if you find anything untoward.
Of course! Herman Merman won't let you down.
Get to it then, Detective.
Did they stop talking? I can't hear them. Why are you so heavy?
I can't hear what's going on with you two yapping.
I'm not sure I can hold on much longer. What are they saying, Mummy? I'm slipping.
Steady yourselves.
You're going to drop me.
Steady.
Oh! I'm stuck.
I don't believe we've had the privilege.
Lady Arista Goodrun, a pleasure to meet you. And these are my boys.
Hagen Goodrun, a pleasure to meet you.
That's not right, you blithering idiot.
It's not.
You're Gunther, and he's Hagen.
Since when? I can't believe you'd steal my name, you fish-eyed freak! Ugh, spineless weasel! Ugh.
Boys, stop this arguing at once.
Bootless haggard! Ugh. Tottering codpiece!
There's to be no arguing, not in front of our guest.
Sorry, Mother.
Oh, now you've gone and done it. I've broken the mouthpiece.
I'm confused. Who are you again?
Gunther Goodrun, Underground Operational Executive. Hagen Goodrun, Overground Operational Executive.
Why does his title get to be longer?
Quiet!
Who are you supposed to be?
'Tis I, Herman Merman.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
I'm researching material for my next novel. Any interesting crimes to share?
There's nothing untoward going on here.
Now, what is it you want?
I don't know if that's an appropriate use of a hearing aid.
Oh yeah? Well, it's the only thing that works on these boneheads.
Were you listening in on our conversation?
My boys were just repairing the ventilator. Any scheming they may or may not have overheard was completely accidental.
It's a dirty job, and we get to do it.
Have you seen any unscrupulous businessmen around?
Hey now, unscrupulous businessmen are our main clientele.
Unscrupulous isn't a real word, is it?
Not when you say it, you dunderheaded freak.
Can you tell me anything about Mr. Liu?
Well, aside from being head over heels in love with my sister, I hear he's also incredibly wealthy.
Is Mr. Liu going to be our new father?
I should be so lucky.
I should be going.
Very well.
We've got our eyes on you, mister. Both pairs of them.
Indeed. Now, where was I?
Name?
Shan Lu.
Please, go right ahead, Mr. Liu.
It's the set list for the band. I'm sure they won't mind me borrowing it. It's the set list for the band Balboa Swing. The songs are to be played in the following order. Railroad Rhythm, My Love is on the Line, Whistle Stop Swing, Boxcar Boogie, Freight Train Blues. May I enter? I believe my acquaintance went in just ahead of me.
Name?
Jian Liu.
No, wise guy. I'm asking for your name.
'Tis I, Herman Merman, detective extraordinaire.
Herman Merman? And that's your real name?
It is indeed.
So your parents were trying to make things difficult for you?
They were both quite eccentric, now that you mention it.
I don't doubt it. All right. I'll have to cross-reference you with the guest list. Nope. You're not on the list. Sorry, but rules are rules. I can't let you in.
Who are you? Are you a member of the band?
No, dummy! Beverly Moore, stage manager and agent to the stars. Here, take my card.
More or less talent agency to the adequate.
That's me.
Is this a handwritten business card?
Yeah, and I'll be needing that card back. I make them bespoke.
Perhaps your agency could, represent me.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you consider yourself to be adequately talented?
I've been called adequate on many occasions.
Do you strive for competency above all else?
Every day.
Is good enough for you?
It's all I can do!
Then let's talk. Which of your skills could be exploited for monetary gain?
You're looking at an established author! Does that count?
No. Everyone knows there's no money in writing.
How do I get my name on the guest list?
All right. I'll be straight with you. Normally, you'd slip me some cash and I'd look the other way, but I can tell you aren't the cash-carrying type. If you want entry, you've got to at least be familiar with the band. I mean, come on. I can't just be letting any random guy through. The talent would be out for blood.
I'll have you know I'm a huge fan of the band.
Is that so? Let's do a little quiz then.
Ooh, is there a prize?
There might be a prize, but you'd have to get all the answers right. What's the name of the band, then?
Balboa Swing?
Lucky guess. If you're such a fan, then you know all the songs, right? What song plays before Freight Train Blues?
Boxcar Boogie.
Lucky guess. What song plays after Railroad Rhythm?
My love is on the line.
Okay, you know your stuff. Here, I've got something for you.
Is that...
Here, I'll sign it for you. Dear Herman Merman, thank you for being a fan.
What an honor!
Hey, you're the detective that's been hired to case the joint, right?
Sorry, I think you have me confused with someone else.
You ain't fooling anyone by denying it. I heard you were on the scene, snooping around.
I prefer the term investigating.
Listen, I wanted to offer you my services. Just let me know if you're interested, okay?
What services are you offering exactly?
I got a whole load of schemes going on right now.
Don't you mean services?
Yeah, that's what I said, services. Well, I offer your standard basic package. That includes stuff like forgery, blackmail, general intimidation. Higher tier services are more like swindling, wiretapping, all the way up to advanced counterfeiting. Between you and me, though, I'm only in it for the money. My real passion? Poetry.
Has any of your poetry been published?
If you rely on your passion to make money, there's way too much pressure to capitulate, you know? Have I used my art to woo a broad or two? Oh, absolutely. But I'm not risking what I love just to make a quick buck.
Tell me more about the basic package.
So with your basic forgery package, I can fabricate documentation, forge a signature, you know, that kind of thing.
Would you be able to forge my name on a guest list?
A guest list? Yeah, sounds easy enough. I just need a reference to the handwriting you'd want to forge.
I want to hear more about your higher tier service.
Well, my higher tier services aren't available right this minute. I'm already on a job, you see.
On second thought, I've changed my mind.
All right, let me know when you reconsider.
I'm not sure that I want to get roped into any illicit activities.
Nah, I know your type. People like you don't like to get their hands dirty. You'll be back when you can't talk your way through a problem, though.
I'm researching material for my next novel. Any interesting crimes to share?
If I was the sort to openly confess to crimes, I wouldn't be very good at my job now, would I?
Fair enough. I have to go now.
All right, see you around.
Do you think you could forge the handwriting on this business card?
Let me take a look, see. Step into my office. The signature is definitely cursive. Jeez, relax. That's just Nibbles. She's my associate.
Associate? It's a dirty rat!
Nibbles is a mouth, you dummy. And even if she were a rat, she'd be very good at keeping her trap shut. You wouldn't squeal on me, would you, Nibbles? Besides, she's got a real nose for valuables. Just today, she sniffed out this pearl necklace from some rich dame. Oyster pearls kind of creep me out, though. I'm not a big fan of the ocean, personally.
Look, can you forge that signature or not?
This should be pretty easy. Just tell me, what do you need it for?
It's for the green room. I need my name on that list.
That's snot-nosed stage manager giving you trouble, eh? I'll get you backstage, but I need you to do us a favor first.
What sort of favor are we talking about?
Well, there's a large bearded guy in the dining carriage. Mr. Masson. You can't miss him. He's got something I need for my latest job, you see? But the fool's been holding out. I need you to take it off his hands and get it back for me.
If I do this favor, you promise to get me backstage?
Oh, of course. We have a gentleman's agreement, after all.
Why is Mr. Masson holding out on you?
A simple disagreement over payment. He thinks he can hustle me for a bigger price.
I need intel. What can you tell me about Mr. Masson?
Well, he's got a sharp tongue. Like run his mouth a lot, you know? His mind is even sharper still. Maybe you could find a way to dull his senses. Get his guard down.
You mean inebriated?
You know, I might have just the recipe. It's potent stuff. Last time I drank this, I couldn't even talk, believe it or not.
Can't you just intimidate him into giving you what you want?
Mr. Masson isn't so easily persuaded. Not through muscle, at least. That's why you gotta put that big detective brain of yours to good use, huh?
What do you need that item for?
Oh, that's for me to know and you to never find out. Gotta keep up that plausible deniability, am I right?
This item you want me to get, what does it look like?
Let's just say it's an unusual item to have on one's person. You'll know it when you see it.
I'll see what I can do.
Catch you later.
Do you take special requests?
Oh, interesting. I've never heard of this one before. Okay, let's give it a shot. One rosebud coming up.
Which table, sir?
The, large, angry gentleman over there. You can't miss him.
Ah, I'm familiar. Good evening, sir. One of your fellow passengers has kindly ordered a drink for you.
No, thank you. I won't have anything until I've ordered my meal.
Very good, sir. I'll leave it at the bar for you.
Yes, just leave me be.
What is it you want? As you can see, we're very busy here.
We're in the middle of dinner prep. What is it?
I'm the health inspector. Were you not informed of my arrival?
Oh, Inspector? Il ne manquait plus ça?
You expect me to just take your word for it? If you come to inspect my kitchen, you better bring identification.
You mean you don't recognize me?
Am I to recognize every vagrant who enters my kitchen claiming to be a health inspector? Don't be absurd.
This attitude will reflect poorly on your health inspection.
Too bad. Now go and cry elsewhere.
I'll have to mark you down for that, I'm afraid.
This is my kitchen. You don't intimidate me.
I'll be right back.
Don't hurry back now.
Hello there.
Beat it, pencil neck. I'm still on break.
Sorry?
I ain't shining shoes right now, you hear me?
Aren't you a little young to be running a shoe shine stand?
I don't know. Aren't you a little old to be a children's entertainer?
I'm no such thing.
There's nothing wrong with running your own business, old man. I'm an entrepreneur.
Can you tell me when the shoe shine stand reopens?
I'll get back to it just as soon as I finish my break. Right now, I've got a lot of investigating to do.
When do you finish your break?
Oh, whenever I feel like it. That's the perk about being your own boss. It's important to have a good work-life balance, you know?
What is that toy you're playing with?
You don't know about the Dirk Chiselton Jr. Detective Kit?
Enlighten me.
Jeez, you're old. The kit has everything Dirk uses to solve a case. It's practically flying off the shelves.
Everything?
Yeah, look at this. There's an official badge, a lock-picking set, and it even comes with a magnifying glass.
Well, I'm something of a detective myself. Perhaps I could borrow your kit?
Nuh-uh. If you're such a big-shot detective, use your own equipment.
I must admit, I arrived a little, unprepared.
You didn't bring anything? What kind of detective are you?
I may not have physical tools at my disposal, but I did bring the greatest tool of all.
Which is?
A powerful, investigative mind!
An inflated ego doesn't count, mister.
Perhaps I could trade you for the detective kit.
I'm open to the idea, but I doubt you'd have something I want.
How goes business?
With all these rich folk trying to impress each other, business is booming. Between you and me, I like to crawl under the tables and scuff up their boots.
Is that strictly ethical?
It's called being a shrewd businesswoman. Besides, do you think the rich give a hoot about ethics?
I guess not. I'll leave you to it.
Bye!
I'll slip my manuscript inside Dirk Chiselton's cover. Would you like to read the next Detective Chiselton novel early?
Wait, are you serious? I gotta see it, show me! No way, this hasn't even been announced!
So, you're happy to trade?
Oh yeah, this is way better!
Back again, c'est une honte!
Oh, pour qui tu te prends? What is it you want?
I'm the health inspector. Were you not informed of my arrival?
Oh, inspecteur? Il ne manquait plus ça?
You expect me to just take your word for it? If you come to inspect my kitchen, you better bring identification.
I believe this badge should serve as satisfactory identification.
You think I can be tricked by a cheap toy for children? You'll have to do better than that.
Ah, my mistake. I'll be back with the correct badge. Could you forge a more convincing detective badge out of this toy?
Ah, you've got a scheme already cooking, I see. Let me take a look at that. See what we're working with here. Yeah. I see the problem. You're not fooling anyone with this at a glance. Just a second. Let me work my magic. A lick of paint here, bit of polish there. All right. Listen, this'll be enough to get your foot in the door. Just don't let him look too long at it, all right?
Thanks!
Back again, c'est une honte!
Oh, pour qui tu te prends? What is it you want?
I'm the health inspector. Were you not informed of my arrival?
Oh, inspecteur? Il ne manquait plus ça?
You expect me to just take your word for it? If you come to inspect my kitchen, you better bring identification.
I believe this badge will serve as satisfactory identification.
Oh la vache! Please, accept my apologies, Inspector.
Oh, mon Dieu. I hoped this day would never come.
May I have a look around?
But of Of course. Dépêchez-vous. Get to your stations. This is not a drill.
Greetings.
Remy Galette. I'm the entremetier. How can I help, Inspector?
What dish are you preparing over here?
Ah, we're preparing oysters with sauce mignonette tonight. I've got to shock all the oysters in this sack first, though.
Have you ever found a pearl while shucking oysters?
I wish. They're extremely rare. I could shuck thousands of oysters and still never see one.
Ha! Well, perhaps it will be your lucky day.
If you say so, Inspector.
What are your duties in the kitchen?
As the entremetier, it's my job to prepare the entrees. I'll typically be in charge of your hot appetizers, soups, vegetable dishes, that sort of thing. But really, I just do what I'm told.
I see. Do you perform any other kitchen duties?
Well, I'll occasionally assist the chef de cuisine with their taste tests. He doesn't have much of a tolerance due to his condition, you see.
Why do you have to taste all the dishes?
You've got to taste everything before it's plated, Inspector. You wouldn't know if a dish is properly seasoned otherwise. The chef de cuisine is a little sensitive, so I take on that role for him.
Have there been any reported sightings of vermin?
Oh, I hope not. I can't stand the sight of them. They're quick, the twitchy movements. Those sharp, gnawing teeth.
Don't forget their beady little eyes.
Ah! Oh, it gives me the creeps.
Are you suggesting you're afraid of rodents?
There's nothing wrong with suriphobia. It's extremely common, you know. You shouldn't talk to me about it, though. You're stressing me out.
I'll let you get back to work.
Merci, Inspector.
Let's reunite these pearls, shall we? You're in charge of this kitchen, I take it.
Oui. François Tatin. I'm the chef de cuisine. How may I assist you, Inspector?
What is this dish you're preparing?
This is our signature dish. Soupe à l'oignon. Onion soup, Inspector. One of our more popular dishes, I might add.
May I sample the onion soup?
I will allow it, but only if it's to our standard. Entremetier, the soup!
Crawling, scratching, nibbling. Don't let it near me.
Entremetier? Fine. I guess I'll have to taste it myself. Ah, perfect. Go ahead, Inspector.
On second thought, I think I'll pass. When did you last have a health inspection?
It's been some time. You know, we don't often encounter traveling health inspectors. Which authority did you say you are from again?
The Merman Institute?
Sounds prestigious.
Your prior inspection. Did it go well?
It was admittedly before Antoine had fully calibrated Fiammetta. Luckily, we were able to extinguish him before there was any lasting damage. That won't happen again, right, Antoine?
Oui, chef. Fiammetta has never been better.
How did you end up aboard the Royce Express?
Is this anecdote part of the inspection?
Perhaps you could indulge me.
Are you sure? It is a tale of woe and misfortune, Inspector.
I'm listening.
I was once hailed as the culinary maestro of Paris, right up until my shameful secret was exposed, shunned by all my peers. I ended up here.
Tell me, what was your secret?
Are you sure you want to know?
I'm positive.
All right. You see, I was burdened with A geographic tongue.
What? That's your shameful secret?
A side effect of this affliction is a high sensitivity to seasoning. I assure you it's a wretched curse in this line of work, Inspector. As such, I relied on others to sample my creations for me. However, one fateful evening I was caught out. With my reputation ruined, I was banished from Paris in disgrace.
So, you were ousted from culinary society?
Of course. What self-respecting chef is unwilling to sample their own cooking? Lady Unterwald took me under her wing, and no one else would.
Are you crying?
No, no. It's all these onions. This is why I have Remy sample my dishes.
That will be all for now.
Very well.
It was a gift from Mr. Liu.
Well, he can take it back. You think I have the constitution at my age to be playing with fire?
I'll just take a handful. This should add a bit of flair to the kitchen.
How may I assist you, Inspector?
May I sample the onion soup?
I will allow it, but only if it's to our standard. Entre métier! The soup!
Crawling, scratching, nibbling. Its beady eyes stared right through me.
Entre métier? Fine. I guess I'll have to taste it myself.
Chef? It seems the head chef is indisposed. Hello there!
Antoine Cassoulet.
When was this stove last inspected?
Fiammetta isn't for inspection. She's to admire. Be careful around her, Inspector. She can be very temperamental.
You named your stove Fiammetta?
Oui? She breathes life into the kitchen. Why shouldn't she have a name?
I don't believe that naming your equipment is standard procedure.
Don't let her hear you say that. She's not one to be crossed.
Are you sure this equipment meets safety regulations?
As long as I'm here, you have nothing to fear, Inspector. Fiammetta can be feisty, but she behaves under my watchful eye.
Do you tend to accommodate difficult passengers?
Our passengers have high standards, but it's our job to meet those expectations. Why do you ask? Is this part of the inspection?
Would you consider Mr. Masson a difficult passenger?
Ah, tu te fiches de moi. Don't you speak that name in our presence. What is this? Did you send him here for your little health inspection?
You're not a fan of Mr. Masson, I take it?
He doesn't want anything on the menu.
I noticed.
You think we can just invent new dishes on the spot? I've a good mind to close the kitchen. That'll teach him.
That doesn't sound all that accommodating. You'd really close down the kitchen?
It's not my decision, but I'd refuse their patronage. Let's see them eat without a chef in the kitchen. J'en ai marre. It's our food or nothing at all.
May I have a closer look at, Fiammetta?
No. It takes a keen eye to work with Fiammetta. She's been calibrated perfectly. Even a minor adjustment would lead to disaster.
Disaster, you say?
Do you know how long it takes for eyebrows to grow back? Because I do.
That's all for now.
As you wish, Inspector. Fiammetta, what have you done?
I apologize, sir, but the kitchen is closed due to an incident.
I suppose it was too much to ask for a meal with a hint of imagination.
Would you care to order a drink instead?
I suppose I have no choice. Be gone.
I believe my guest is ready for his drink now.
Good evening, sir. One of your fellow passengers has kindly ordered a drink for you.
Fine. If I can't have a meal, I might as well have a drink.
Enjoy, sir.
Well, here's to a new libation. Rose was...
Ah! This must be what Don was looking for.
That's it! I can't believe you actually pulled it off. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I underestimated you. A deal's a deal. So, take this.
Have to be quick.
Hey! No touching the list!
It won't happen again. Hello again.
Herman, how's it going?
Can you check the guest list again?
Let's see. Sorry, you're not... Oh, wait. Herman Merman. It says it right here. Why didn't you say you were on the list already?
We must have both misread it.
That's odd. I'd swear it wasn't there before. Please, go right ahead, Mr. Merman.
Thank you. Hello, gentlemen.
Who's this guy?
No idea. He wasn't on the guest list.
I'm looking for someone. Did you see Mr. Liu come in here?
Jean? Yeah, he was here.
It said he needed to adjust something backstage. Can we help you with something?
Aren't you meant to be on stage right now?
That was the plan, right up until some drongo pinched our set list.
Is that so? I'm afraid I wouldn't know anything about that.
When we find that crook, I'm gonna show them the business end of my drumsticks.
Bloody oath.
Why would you need a set list in order to play?
It's the principle of the matter. We had the whole set finely tuned.
Every tune flowing into the next, it was pure enchantment.
What's the point of putting on a lesser performance? We'd rather not play at all.
Are you really not going to play any more music?
We'll probably get back up there. I just don't feel all that inspired right now.
We've been demoralized, that's what.
You said Mr. Liu was backstage?
He's probably making further adjustments. Everything's got to sound just right, you see. I heard Mr. Liu's been trying to win over Lady Unterwald for weeks.
He's got an eye for the details, that's for sure.
Why does Mr. Liu have access to the green room?
Mr. Liu's the bloke who got us the gig in the first place.
Recommended us to Lady Unterwald personally.
He's been pulling out all the stops to win her over.
He's a good sport, though. Even played a few rounds of knifey stab with us.
Better yet, he's awful at it.
He's lost so many times that he refuses to play now.
Dare I ask what knifey stab is?
You don't know about knifey stab? Oh, it's a riot. You're looking at the reigning champ.
We sometimes call it the five-finger fillet.
So, it's a card game of sorts?
No. It's a little edgier than that.
What game are you playing now?
We're just playing a friendly game of poker.
It's gonna turn bloody unfriendly if you keep winning all these hands, eh?
Shh! I'm trying to concentrate.
How's the music business treating you?
Yeah, decent. We've got fans clamoring for more shows.
I'm glad we found Miss Goldsmith. She really tied our sound together.
We were piss poor before she arrived on the scene. Isn't that right, Suze?
No, it was nothing.
I'll leave you to your game.
See you around.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Are you leaving already?
I'm afraid I have other lines of inquiry.
Nah, why don't you play one round of knifey stab with us?
Come on, we haven't had a new player in a while.
Go on.
Fine. What sort of game is it?
Here, I'll go first. You're playing with the big boys now. You better watch and learn.
Oh, such speed!
Incredible control.
Ha-ha! Not a scratch on me. All right, show us what you've got.
Ah! I think I've changed my mind.
Nah, go on, just give it a try.
Oh, so far, so good.
You're a natural.
It's easier than it looks.
Blimey, it's gone in like a hot knife through butter.
Is that, blood? Ooh, I'm feeling a little woozy.
He's taken a tumble.
Somebody get the doctor!
Hold on, gentlemen. I think he's coming round. Take it easy there, Herman. You had a bit of a nasty hand injury.
What happened?
His hand. Poor thing. Not to worry, though. I brought you to the experts. We managed to get you all patched up. Here, take this hand cream. It's the good stuff. Loosens any cramps right up.
It also moisturizes.
Where am I?
No need to fret, Herman. You're in safe hands here. Although the members need their table back. There's a meeting starting soon.
Everyone, our meeting can now commence.
At last, I have much to discuss with you.
Jan?
Hold on, where's the hand idol?
What?
You know, the hand idol we use to signify that it's our turn to speak.
Silence! Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Brother Jared speaks the truth. We cannot proceed without the hand idol.
It's bound to turn up somewhere. It couldn't have gone far.
I really must insist we press on. This issue with Lady Unterwald, it cannot wait.
We must be patient, John. The hand works in mysterious ways.
That's right.
So, you're all going to sit here and do nothing.
You know, I'm quite good at finding things. I may be able to assist.
Yes, that would be most appreciated.
Oh, we could ask the Keeper of Many Idols.
That's a grand idea.
Are you there, Keeper of Many Idols? Keeper of Many Idols, are you there? Brian!
Yes?
I shall inquire with Brian, the keeper of many idols.
Yes, very good.
Brian, isn't it?
What's it to you, outsider?
Outsider?
Did you gain entrance to our sanctum honorably, with the five-fingered handshake of formality?
I think I was unconscious when the doctor dragged me in here.
Well, that makes you an outsider.
What are all these idols for, anyway?
Each one of these idols has a purpose. We use them to keep things orderly. We have strict protocols, and we follow the rules here. Something an outsider like you wouldn't know about, of course.
What's all this talk of a handshake?
You don't know about the handshake? What is the point of me guarding that curtain all day if they're going to let people in who don't even know about the handshake?
If you taught me the handshake, would I still be an outsider?
Well, the handshake gets changed every few hours. Besides, you're here now.
Are you sure you don't want to teach me the handshake?
They'll just change it in a few hours. I'd rather not waste my time.
I heard you're the keeper of idols. I need a specific one.
Look, there are a lot of idols back here. If you can narrow it down, I might be able to find what you're looking for. Do you remember the gesture the idol was making?
I've heard it was a fist raised in anger.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. We still need to be sure we have the right idol. Was there an inscription on it?
Oh, I don't actually know.
Let me know when you have all the details.
How odd. There's a section here that looks like it's been altered. What do we have here? Couldn't hurt to take a napkin, I suppose. Let's see what secrets lie underneath this painting. Uh-oh, it's looking a little smeary. Ah, I should be able to fix it. Oh dear. Oh? Aha! In this version of the painting, Lady Unterwald is performing a hand gesture. It might be the same one I'm looking for. So, Lady Unterwald originally held out a single finger in this painting. I wonder why they'd paint over it. There's something written here, but it's too small to make out. Dedicated to my beloved wife, my dear Junebug. Yours forever, George. Hello, Brian.
Yes, outsider?
Any luck finding that idol? I'm still looking for it.
Like I said, we've got a lot of idols back here. If you can narrow it down, I might be able to find what you're looking for. Do you remember the gesture the idol was making?
It was a single finger being held out.
All right. I'll keep that in mind. We still need to be sure we have the right idol. Was there an inscription on it?
Dedicated to my beloved wife, my dear Junebug.
Let's see here. Nothing but junk in this pile. Nope. I don't even know what this thing is. Wait a minute. What's this? Aha! I think I've got it!
Oh, you found it?
Have a look. The all-hands-meeting idol. It's exactly as you described.
Thanks!
Took a bit of searching, I tell ya. It had fallen behind a few pallets of industrial-grade moisturizer.
I've found the hand idol you were looking for.
You have? Let me have a look. Yes, I remember now. This is the one. Good news, everyone. We can finally get down to business. Jean, would you care to begin?
Finally. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid time is of the essence. We cannot procrastinate while Lady Unterwald's estate hangs in the balance.
What do you mean?
It is known that Lady Unterwald has driven her own family mad with paranoia, to the point where they openly conspire against her. It has come to my attention that the Unterwald estate is approaching insolvency. I have offered to buy Lady Unterwald out, but she rebuffs me at every turn. I need to know I have the support of this order to do what needs to be done.
This is all grave news, Jean, but as you know, we only offer a nudge in the right direction. We're not here to force Lady Unterwald's hand.
Lady Unterwald is compromised. If we do not move swiftly, there won't be an empire to preserve.
I propose we deliberate on this information and put forth a proposal in the coming weeks.
What?
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 And all those against?
Nay! Nay, I say! We must act now!
Well, I believe the ayes have it.
He's not even a member of the Order!
Irrelevant, Jean. The rules state that everyone present can cast a vote.
Well, what about the drunkard? Does he not get a say? Your decision isn't final until everyone has cast their vote.
Yes, I suppose you're right. Mr. Masson, what say you?
Was that for or against?
I couldn't tell.
Well then, I'm afraid we're deadlocked until our friend here can cast his vote.
Once again, your petty rules prevent you from achieving anything.
They won't mind if I borrow this. This should get you talking again. Hello?
How can I be of assistance?
I'd like to initiate another emergency vote.
Once again, I must stress the time-sensitive nature of our decision.
Very good. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 And all those against?
Nay.
Mr. Masson?
Aye.
The ayes have it.
What?
No!
It seems we have come to an agreement. Sorry, Jean. We'll do things by the book here.
I've tried things your way, but it is clear my efforts here have been fruitless. I see now I must take matters into my own hands.
Well, that sounded ominous.
My word. I'll catch up with him before he does anything rash.
You! Where have you been?
I'm sorry.
You said you're a detective, right?
I said I'm a novelist. I write detective novels.
That's close enough. I need your assistance, detective novelist.
What's the problem?
It's my boys! I sent them to repair that ventilation system. But they haven't come back.
They're stuck inside the ducts?
I could direct them back with my horn, but I blew it out last time. I should have known they'd get lost in there.
You need me to fix your hearing horn?
Get those musician friends of yours to have a look at it. They're always blowing into their brass instruments. They'll know what to do.
Doesn't this thing go in your ear? I'm not so...
Please hurry. My boys. They have no sense of direction.
Can't you get this hearing horn fixed yourself?
Don't you think I tried that already? That upstart stage manager wouldn't let me through. I saw your name has made it onto the guest list, however.
How does repairing the horn help your boys?
Well, no doubt they've gotten into some pointless argument again. Blowing into this horn is the only way to break their endless back and forth. Otherwise, they'll just bicker indefinitely.
Why did you send your boys into the ventilation system?
I don't have to explain myself to you. They were merely attempting some minor repairs.
Are you sure you didn't send them in there to eavesdrop?
Oh, I've been a terrible mother. But I needed to know what my dear sister's intentions were. It goes directly over her quarters. I'm sure they'd be able to hear something. Or perhaps I've been too hard on them. They're emotionally stunted, after all.
I'm sure they'll be able to figure it out themselves.
Now isn't the time for jokes, Detective. Please hurry. My boys, they have no sense of direction.
How can I repair this hearing horn?
Weren't you listening? I blew out the mouthpiece on my horn, so I can't call my boys back. Get those musician friends of yours to have a look at it.
You mean Balboa Swing?
They're always blowing into their brass instruments. They'll know what to do.
I'll see what I can do.
Perfect. Come find me when you're done.
He's back.
There he is. Back for more, are you?
Hey, get over here.
How's the paw holding up? All good?
A little sore, but fine, all things considered. May I join you?
Of course. Take a seat.
Are you still not performing on stage?
Huh. We'll probably get back up there eventually.
I'm still feeling mighty demoralized, personally.
Your true blue determination was truly inspiring, however.
Are you saying I managed to inspire you?
Too right. Took that knife like a champ. Barely batted an eye before you passed out. Say, I reckon a new song's a brewing.
Yeah, I can feel it.
A song about my bravery, you mean?
Yeah, nah, listen, fellas. How about Butterfinger Blues?
That's not bad. I was thinking Gutter Blade Groove.
Ah, Slip and Steel Symphony.
Yeah, now you're talking.
How's that song coming along?
The creative juices are flowing now.
It definitely has legs. I can see the potential.
Yeah, right. It's gonna be a ripper of a song.
Could you have a look at this horn? It's broken.
Crikey. Is this a hearing aid?
It seems to produce a sound regardless.
Not anymore. Check out the reed on this. It's knackered, mate.
I reckon you'll need a replacement reed.
Do you have a spare? It's rather urgent.
I've only got the one, and I need it for my sax.
Couldn't I just borrow the reed? I'll bring it back.
You know it goes in your mouth, right? I don't think so.
Tell you what, how about another round of knifey stab-stab?
I don't think that's such a good idea.
If you can beat me at knifey stab-stab, we'll hand it over.
Byron, what about my sax? I need it.
The man said it was urgent, and we're not using it right now.
Where did you learn about knifey stab-stab?
From me mum, of course. We used to play it all the time back home. It was a riot. A real bonding moment, you know? Would you believe that's the first time anyone's got hurt playing knifey stab-stab?
I do find that hard to believe.
Yeah, honest. Just a couple of scratches here and there, of course.
Do you have any leads on your missing set list?
Not yet, but we'll find them.
Don't worry. They always return to the scene of the crime.
I'll leave you to your game.
See you around.
Da, ba, ba, da, da, ba, da.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Ba da 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 da.
Oh.
Ba da 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 da.
May I join you?
Of course. Take a seat.
I accept your challenge. Let's play knifey stab-stab.
Good on you, mate. Did you bring the knife back? It was embedded in your hand last I saw it.
Not to worry. I have it right here.
As the reigning champ, I'll go first. Watch and learn.
so fast?
She's a slippery one.
He's still got everything under control.
Oh, Nelly! Crikey! That nearly went through my bleeding hand.
I think we need to stop playing this game, Byron.
So, does that mean I win?
You got me on a technicality, but it's fair dinkum. Fix the man's horn. He's won it fair and square.
Fine. Give it here. I'll replace Fareed. There we go.
Most appreciated!
Right. I think we should call it quits for now.
I'll leave you to your game.
See you around.
Here, I've had your hearing horn repaired.
Oh, bravo! But come, we must act quickly. The boys must be so scared, and it's almost their nap time. They get cranky if they don't have their nap.
I can't believe you talked me into this, you blockhead. I was sure it was this way.
Get out of there, both of you! It's not designed to support your weight!
Hey, it's Gunther who can't stop snacking. At least I know about portion control.
Enough!
But Mother, we found the entrance to Lady Unterwald's office.
You did?
The vent narrows too much. We can't get through.
Were you able to hear anything?
It sounds like arguing, but it's too muffled.
Maybe you could squeeze through, Herman.
I don't know about that.
Great idea, Mummy.
Yes, I know. It's all coming together. Quickly now.
I don't
I understand your concerns, Lady Unterwald, but I really must press you for an answer.
I refuse to be rushed into a decision, John.
I know this must be difficult, but the Unterwald Empire would be safe in my hands.
Is that what you think?
You'd rather entrust your legacy to those incompetent nephews of yours? Your scheming sister-in-law? Oh, you know she wants the estate for herself. Just listen to that. Your empire is crumbling around you.
No, Jean, we don't have a deal. I've made up my mind.
You must reconsider.
You think I'd sell to some oil baron who's just looking to buy out his competition? Over my dead body, Jean!
You think our solution is going to just drop out of the sky?
Oh, dear.
My goodness! Is he dead?
He's not moving.
What's that in his hand?
Mr. Liu? This might help loosen his grip.
What is it, Herman?
It's a photograph of a woman. Wait, there's something scrawled on the back. Informant. Wear blue suit with red rosette for identification. Board, Royce Express. Await further instructions from contact.
So, this was John's plan all along.
If he couldn't buy you out, he was going to inform on you.
It seems so.
But we have bigger problems now. This lady is still expecting to meet her informant.
I see. As long as she meets someone matching this description...
She won't be any the wiser. Help me with the body, Herman. We'll hide Mr. Liu away until we can figure out our next steps. We'll need to seal it, just in case we have people snooping around.
There! I've managed to staple it shut. What should we do now?
We'll need to get this suit to Mr. Akkunen, my estate attorney. Knowing Arthur, he'll have locked himself in his quarters, no doubt poring over some legal mumbo-jumbo. First, you'll need to lure him out. You might have some luck with the fuse box in the sleeper carriage.
The fuse box?
He might need some persuading, but this letter should suffice. Try to be discreet, will you?
I'll do my best, Lady Unterwald.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm afraid of.
The lock on this panel looks quite flimsy. Let's see what we've got in here. If I pull at this wiring, it should cut power to the rooms.
Whoa. Who turned out the lights?
Damn. Looks like I've lost power to the room. I should probably take a break anyway.
Herman Merman, detective extraordinaire. There, that should do it.
I knew it! Herman Merman! Oh, I'm such a huge fan!
Oh, so you're familiar with my cases.
Herman, just stick to your story. Stop embellishing.
What? This is exactly how I remember it. There's a letter for you on the dresser.
And the suit?
It's a much-needed change of attire. Those were Lady Unterwald's words, of course.
Our records show that you were in the luggage storage room when the murder took place.
That's right. Arthur came running in to tell me there'd been a murder. They needed a detective, after all. I was happy to step up. Hand me the will, Arthur. We should be able to wrap this up in no time at all.
Your first instinct was to rush to the scene of the crime? That doesn't sound like you.
It was merely an opportunity to put my detectiving skills to the test. But more importantly, I needed to know if I was also a target.
Go on.
I thought if I could convince the killer I was onto them, perhaps they'd back off.
But your plan fell apart when the attorney lost the will, didn't it, Herman?
I hope you weren't counting on it for your big reveal.
Well, Help! Somebody get me out of here!
How long would you say you were hiding in that wardrobe, Herman?
It's hard to say. I was busy weighing up my options, considering my next moves.
That's Herman. He sounded terrified. Do you think he's wrapped up in Lady Unterwald's death?
I can't say for sure, but I think it's time we found out.
They can't know about Jean, Herman. Keep it together. Think, Herman. Think! Of course. Ho ho! You've outdone yourself this time, old chap. Herman Mammon, master of disguise. Now I can slip back to my quarters unnoticed. I'm sure they won't mind me taking this. I've made it to the sleeper carriage. If I can get to my quarters.
It's locked. What do you think? We could break down the door, or wait here. See if that snooping detective comes crawling back.
Oh, my.
Oh, good evening, Mom.
Good evening. I was just passing by.
There's nothing untoward going on here. We seem to have misplaced our keys, that's all.
I best be off.
Bye.
Farewell. I can't risk getting to my quarters the usual way. I'll have to find another route. I'll just add this to my collection. I think I might be on to something here. I think I might be on to something here. Herman Merman, you've done it again. I should be able to get on the roof with these. With this new footwear, I should be able to slip into my room unhindered. Just a little further. Herman, you genius. Is that the missing will? If I can grab hold of it, we'll be one step closer to solving this thing. Oh my God! Ah, that sneaky little rat stole my keys. I got it.
Well done, Arthur.
Ah, just wait until I get my hands on them.
Well, Arthur?
What does it say?
I'm not sure I should...
Oh, get on with it.
All right, all right. It reads as follows. I, Lady Unterwald, being of sound mind and legal capacity, leave my entire estate to... Arthur Ackerman.
What?
Well, that's a twist.
You poisonous goat! You turned her against us!
We were right to distrust you.
Hand over that will. Hey, that's your hearing horn.
It's all starting to make sense now.
What is it, Mother?
Arthur clearly manipulated my dear sister's living will in his own favor.
No!
Then murdered her to claim the estate for himself.
It's not what it looks like. Oh dear.
Seize him!
You! Oh, it took me hours, but I finally clawed my way out of that case.
Mr. Liu, where have you been?
Uh-oh.
Oh, thought you could get away with it, did you?
What the hell did I do?
But you idiot! This imposter is walking around in my suit.
I am?
And where is his accomplice, that bumbling detective?
I'm afraid he vanished without a trace. We'll likely never see him again. My goodness! That woman needs our assistance!
Don't worry, I've got her.
No, I've got her.
You're interfering with my heroic rescue.
Now that's a twist.
Harman Merman, how kind of you to rejoin us.
Now, what are we going to do with you?
Oh, look, another tunnel.
Look, lady, we just want to know the truth. Can't you just tell us what happened?
I'd love to tell you, officer, but I'm afraid it's all classified. Top secret. My lips are sealed.
Bailey, we've been at this for days. I'm not sure if I have it in me anymore.
Diana, please. We're all just looking to wrap this up.
Was it money? Vengeance? A burning hatred for the elderly?
The tragic death of Lady Unterwald wasn't my doing. In fact, it made my mission terribly complicated.
Mission? What mission?
We found you at the scene, Diana, but you weren't on the manifest. There's no record of you ever boarding the train.
Probably just a clerical error. I'm sure it happens all the time.
It's highly suspicious, you have to admit.
This is the sort of detail that could be very compelling to a jury.
Fine. I can tell you aren't going to stop asking, but it won't do you any good, you know.
Starts at the beginning.
Oh, my first mission in the field. I can hardly believe it. Oh, there's so much to remember. So much that can go wrong. I feel like I'm sweating buckets. I'm nervous, April. Was this a mistake?
Hey, you've earned this. Don't you forget that. Besides, didn't you want the chance to show those losers in accounting how it gets done?
You're right. It just doesn't feel real to me yet.
You're just too used to being underestimated and ignored by a bunch of relics in their stuffy suits.
Pretty much anyone with a modicum of power, if you think about it. Now they want to put me on a mission. In the field. I'm not sure that it makes sense.
Talking of stuffy suits, here comes one now.
Ladies, how are we this fine morning?
Morning, Phil.
April Benelli, as you very well know, my name is not Phil. If you insist on addressing me by name, it's Sir Philately Stamp.
Yes, Sir Philately Stamp. Sorry, sir.
Let's just dispense with the pleasantries, shall we? Diana, there's no easy way to say this. You're off the mission.
What?
Oh, I stand corrected. There was an easy way to say it. Word came from up top. We're to shut down this whole unit.
But why?
Oh, the usual. Something about a bloated budget, the numbers not adding up. Accounting is ironically quite unaccountable when it comes to things like answering questions. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. If you came here looking for mission gadgets or to requisition a vehicle, I'm afraid we already relocated anything useful. Now, I best be off. This red tape isn't going to put itself up.
Oh, April. This was my best shot at getting into the field. I'm just so tired of being a civil servant.
Is that right? Well, I'm tired of being civil. Come on, we're getting you on that train.
What do you mean?
If they won't let you join the party, we'll crash it in style. This bike could be our ride out of here, Diana. It's a little beaten up, but it should still be salvageable. What do you think?
Brilliant! I'll take a look around.
If we get this bike working, I'll drive us right out of here.
Hello, April.
What do you need, Diana?
How's the bike repair looking?
Well, let's see. It looks like we're still missing fuel, and the wiring is completely shot.
Damn!
Sorry to say, but we're not going anywhere until we've addressed that.
I can't believe Mr. Stamp cancelled my first mission.
I know. Phil is such a coward. You know what they're like upstairs, though. It's all short-term thinking.
What's all this talk about budget cuts?
It doesn't make any sense. They were happy to spend millions on that RAT.
You mean the rodent agent training program?
Now that I think about it, that probably explains the money troubles.
I hope my equipment is still set up on the Royce Express.
I'm sure it is. Do you know how slow retrieval is? They've left our kit out in the field for months before.
I thought this was a test yard. What's with all the broken equipment?
Our field agents don't always bring their equipment back in one piece. We're lucky if they bring back anything at all.
From what Phil said, it sounds like they already relocated anything useful. What's with the pneumatic tubes?
It's a complete tube network. It's so the executives can send documents and small items down here remotely.
I guess they can't risk getting engine grease on their expensive suits.
You'll usually only find them in banks, hospitals, or eccentric people's houses.
Do you know how the tubes work?
It's pretty easy. You just load a canister in the slot and set the destination on the control panel. Why? What are you up to?
Nothing. I was just curious. I'll need to get my hands on some gadgets.
Well, normally you'd fill in a requisition form and hand it to the quartermaster. Although, with everything being shut down, I think you'll need to be a bit more creative.
All right. I think that's everything for now.
Okay. Keep up the good work.
Someone left out one of those pneumatic tube pods. This could come in handy. Hello, cutie. What are you doing here?
Ah, I see you've met Agent M. She was to be your partner.
Wait, this is Agent M? You told me she was a field agent.
No, I believe I said she's from a field.
You might not be perfect, but I'll take any help I can get. You're coming with me, Agent M. Is that a wire kit? That looks like it could be useful.
That'll be the official field agent wiring kit.
Sounds perfect. I'll take one.
Are you heading out on a mission?
Well, Well, my mission was postponed. Indefinitely.
Mm-hmm. I can't give it to you then. Sorry.
All right, Agent Am. You'll be nice and snug inside this pod. I'll just pop this in here. Ready for our little adventure, Agent Am? Psst! Agent Am, grab me one of those wiring kits. A little more to the left. That's it, bring it over here. Come to Diana. Let's see what we're working with here. A blast. The engine's been ripped out. I'll just have to work with these other parts. There! I managed to cut out a long length of the rubber tube. Hopefully they haven't emptied the tank yet. Here goes nothing. Oh, there's definitely fuel in that. Or something that tastes like it. It's working. Okay, I've got myself a full can of fuel to work with. All right, time to fuel up. A little snip here. Cross this wire over here. There! I fixed the faulty wiring. Ha ha! Listen to this kitty roar!
Ladies, what on earth are you doing?
Apologies, Mr. Stamp. Our mission awaits.
Don't you dare, Diana Osterhagen! Please, think of the paperwork involved.
See you later, Phil.
I'm going to be in a lot of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
There's the train!
Can you get us any closer?
I'll try. Damn it! This is as fast as we can go.
We're too far away.
Diana, think of something quick, or we're going to miss the train.
On it! Hey, there's a bunch of gadgets in here. Where'd you get these?
Don't get too excited. They're prototypes I found in the yard. I swiped them for you, but they're probably half broken.
It's a case of explosives, disguised as harmless stationery. I can break the tip of this incendiary pencil to retrieve the gunpowder inside. I'll mix some of this fuel with the gunpowder. Check it out! I've made a canister of high-octane fuel!
I never underestimated you for a second. What are you waiting for?
Pour it in!
All right. Here goes nothing.
Hold on tight! I don't know how long we can maintain this boost. You're going to have to jump, Diana.
I made it!
Woohoo! Hey, run your objectives by me one last time.
I've got to make contact with the informant.
That's right.
I should listen in for any incriminating conversations.
And above all else,
stay out of trouble.
That's it. Good luck, Diana.
I'll contact you when I'm ready for extraction. Come on, Agent M. It's you and me against the world. Hey! Get back here! Huh. This is looking like a solo mission after all.
All right, so that explains how you got on the train. What happened next?
I believe you're well aware of what happened next, Detective.
Indulge us.
Well, it all got a bit complicated. I stuck to my orders and made contact with the informant. Or so I thought. It turns out Lady Unterwald had one last trick up her sleeve. Switching the informant out for her estate attorney. Not to mention smuggling a private detective on board, who made great effort to act out in highly suspicious and unpredictable ways.
Please, I just need more time. We had an agreement, Herman. I don't want to have to call off our deal.
I was sure Lady Unterwald was deliberately trying to evade scrutiny of her finances. Why bury mountains of contradictory paperwork in her hidden safe? If her attorney hadn't retrieved that missing will, we'd have never uncovered the truth.
What truth would that be?
Go on, Diana. What happened after you and Mr. Ackerman recovered the will?
The family insisted on an impromptu reading of the will, which distracted everyone long enough for me to poke around.
Anyone there? Let me out! Help!
Someone must be trapped inside.
You? We were supposed to make contact hours ago.
Who are you?
Where's my suit? Better yet, where is that meddling detective? Did Lady Unterwald put you up to this?
I'm afraid she's dead. How long have you been in there?
What?
There's a will reading taking place in the lounge right now.
I must stop this at once.
What is this?
Do we really believe that Lady Unterwald left her entire estate to that no-name attorney?
Damn!
Arthur had access to Lady Unterwald and her legal paperwork. It's a troubling thought, I must say.
The document speaks for itself, Arista. This was clearly Lady Unterwald's last wish.
Really, Doctor? You don't believe a trained attorney could have forged one of these documents?
If Arthur takes over the estate, that means we can't sell it.
That's right. No sale means no money for us.
You're making rather large assumptions, Arista. We don't know if that's the case.
What I do know is that some of us have quite expensive hobbies. Isn't that right, Bergman?
Well, but what course of action can we take?
I believe I have a solution that would benefit everyone, if you allow me.
Well, I believe that solves our problem quite effectively.
John! That's completely...
Look around you, Bergman. This room is filled with documents purporting to be Lady Unterwald's last wishes. Who's to say we can't use one with slightly more favorable terms?
This is ridiculous. The Order won't stand for this.
The Order will no longer be an issue, Doctor. You could say I've handled the situation.
What have you done, John?
Bless you.
Hello, everyone.
Who are you supposed to be?
Diana Osterhagen, Inland Revenue Secret Service.
You're from the tax office. Excuse me, I have some urgent business to attend to.
What's going on, John? She's heard everything.
Quiet, Odessa. I have everything under control.
She's a spy, you idiot. Boys, tie her up with the others.
Yes, Mother.
Ah, my head. What's going on? Oh, for goodness sake.
Turns out those twins can be pretty agile when they want to be. What are you doing here?
I came to rescue you two, of course.
Well, that's just splendid! I feel safer already!
Listen, we'll need to work together to get out of here.
I'm afraid there's not much I can do from over here.
How about you, Arthur?
I think I could get a hand free. I'll give it a try. I'll handle this. I think it's working.
What's with all the wriggling? You weren't trying to escape, were you?
No, of course not.
Good, because that would be very bad for us.
We'll need to distract them somehow, Arthur.
Listen, I have something to say.
Mother said we can't talk to prisoners.
She said you have clever tongues and you try to trick us.
What's your bathroom break policy?
No, no, no! I'm not messing around with those ropes again.
The knots were a total nightmare.
I'm not sure that I can hold it in any longer.
Well, maybe next time you'll go to the toilet before you commit a murder.
I really thought we'd bonded over our shared love of infrastructure.
That may be the case, but you've sure burned a lot of bridges.
Ouch. I was hoping you could help us resolve an argument.
Arguing? About what?
Oh, yes. If I remember correctly, Herman had some very strong views.
I did.
You know what? Forget I said anything. You're probably not that interested.
No, tell us. We want to hear it.
Well... Herman bet you couldn't beat him in a staring contest.
What? Nonsense!
You look me in the eye and say that.
This really isn't necessary. I guess we're doing this then.
We can do this. It's 2 versus 1.
Good thinking, Arthur. They're not paying attention at all.
I've got a hand free. I think I can get to my pockets.
Do you have something that can get us out of these binds?
Was that a blink? No.
Agent Tam!
You know each other?
She's my assigned field agent. I'll explain later.
Concentrate.
Here, let me untie your binds.
I'm free.
Okay, move out.
Oh, this seems like a bad idea.
Jan did what? This is a grave betrayal of the Order.
I'm afraid so. I think it's time we heard what Lady Unterwald has to say for herself. I managed to obtain this recording from Lady Unterwald's safe. I believe it may contain her final instructions.
Sister Gretchen, fetch the gramophone.
Ooh, I speak to you now from beyond the grave. Who dares to wake me from my eternal slumber?
We're sorry, Lady Unterwald.
Forgive us, we failed you.
I'm just kidding around. Although if you're listening to this recording, that means I've kicked the bucket. I assume things have predictably descended into chaos. Otherwise, you wouldn't be seeking my guidance here. For general business inquiries, select track 1. If you have an accounting question, select track 2. If you're seeking guidance on my last will and testament, select track 3. For anything else, select track 4.
Oh, she mentioned the will. Track 3. Pick track 3.
So, you've got a question about my last will and testament, hmm? Did somebody tear it to shreds in dramatic fashion? Accidentally submerge the documents in water? Set fire to the whole bloody lot, I'm guessing? I always said it would ruffle some feathers. If my estate attorney is indisposed, or you're listening to this yourself, Arthur, I've always retained a copy of my will and testament at the Unterwald family mansion. You'll find your answers there. Toodaloo!
The mansion, of course. I shall inform Hermann Merman at once.
Wasn't he being detained?
You underestimate the man. I suspect he's already free from his bonds and taking matters into his own hands.
I can assure you, I'm not here to steal anyone's inheritance.
That's exactly what someone trying to steal our inheritance would say. We challenge you to another rematch.
Please, no!
I won't blink this time.
What the hell are you doing? Where are the prisoners?
Huh? Uh-oh.
Imbeciles! Must I do everything myself?
Come on, Arthur. It's time to put an end to this.
Not so fast.
Oh, he's got a gun. Get to the engine room, Diana. Stop the train!
I'm not leaving you.
Go!
Thought you could steal Lady Unterwald's estate, did you?
What? No!
I've worked too hard for too long for you to mess it all up. I'm afraid your will has been revoked. I tore it to shreds with my own 2 hands.
That's a criminal offense, you know.
Maybe so. But it's the end of the line for you, Arthur A. Ackerman. Goodbye. Any last words?
Wait! I have questions!
Questions? What questions could you possibly have? I already spelled it out for you.
Who are you again?
What are you talking about? Don't try to play coy with me, Mr. Ackerman.
No, really. Do I know you?
Shanlu? Do you know how long it took to get close to Lady Unterwald? And just when I had her in the palm of my hand, who would show up and ruin the entire scheme but a meddling attorney?
I'm not sure why you're mad at me.
You not only stole my suit, but the estate I was working so hard to gain control of. You might have got this far by playing dumb, but it won't help you now.
You're breaking the law, you know.
Ah, you bureaucrats and your archaic rules. I tried playing things by the book, and look where that got me. I don't mind breaking a few rules if it means I get what I want.
How about we forget this whole thing ever happened?
Unacceptable, Mr. Ackerman. I'll be claiming the estate for my own, which makes you collateral damage, I'm afraid. We can't have you walking around with a claim to my prize, after all.
Is that a real gun you're holding?
I can assure you it's very real. Perhaps I should demonstrate.
That won't be necessary. Where were you hiding that pistol?
Never you mind.
Actually, I think that's enough questions.
Very well. Time's up. Goodbye, Mr. Ackerman.
Wait!
What on earth are you doing?
I have the power of attorney!
Why do you persist in living?
Can we not just talk about this?
No! Now stay still!
Oh, I hope Diana's having better luck than me.
Time's up, you clueless ape! I'm going to riddle you with bullets, you whimpering simpleton!
What are you doing?
Oh, nothing.
Are those financial documents you're burning?
What? I would do no such thing. These are merely old birthday cards. Nothing the tax office would be concerned with, I assure you.
Stop what you're doing, right now!
As the treasurer, I am at liberty to destroy unwanted documentation.
That's not true!
Even so, you didn't see anything.
That's it. You're under arrest.
Just a few more to go.
Out of the way. I need to stop this train.
Stop the train? Are you mad? No, we must keep going. We mustn't give the opportunity for Lady Unterwald's killer to disembark.
I need to get past. Arthur is in trouble.
Then you should go and help him. I'll stay here and keep watch.
What did you do to the train driver?
Oh, they'll be fine. I'm sure it's nothing more than a mild concussion.
The train can't operate without a driver, Bergman.
Well, the Royce Express seems to be operating just fine for now. As long as I keep this fire roaring, we can go all night.
I've had enough of this conversation.
Can't talk now. I've got paper to burn.
They wouldn't appreciate that. I doubt the truth spray is potent enough, but I love the bottle. I really don't think you should be burning these.
Don't look in there. They're not important.
Nah. 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 Maybe this stuff will get him talking.
Goodness, that's burning very effectively. What's all this smoke?
Are you all right, Bergman?
No, I'm not all right. I'm feeling a little peculiar, truth be told.
Bergman?
Stay back! You're scaring me. I need to burn all these incriminating documents. Why did I say that?
Tell me, why are you destroying those documents?
Because this is evidence I need to protect myself from liability. What's happening, man? Pull yourself together!
Do you know who killed Lady Underworld?
No! I have no idea, and that terrifies me.
I'll have to report you to my superiors at Inland Revenue.
You wouldn't dare. But if you did, that would be devastating for me. Did I say that out loud? Oh, no.
Do you know it's a crime to destroy financial documents?
I do know. Oh, I've been a terrible treasurer. I've gambled away estate funds.
Did Lady Unterwald know about your gambling problem?
No, I don't think so. I never had the heart to tell her. And now she's gone.
Stealing from a poor old lady. This doesn't look great for you.
It wasn't like that. I'm telling the truth.
Lady Unterwald entrusted you. She'd be so disappointed.
That's right. I know it's true. Please, no more.
Burning the evidence. Will you ever take responsibility?
No more, I'm begging you.
You're going to have to face the consequences at some point.
Please, I can't go to prison. I'd never last in there. Nobody has to know. I know deep down that I played the victim because...
Because?
Because I can't own up to my mistakes. The truth is that I'm a wretched creature, a weak little man.
There. I'm sure it will be okay.
Forgive me, for I cannot forgive myself.
It's a white-collar crime, Bergman. It's serious, but it's not like you killed anyone.
No, I deserve to be locked up. I'm a danger to society.
Oh dear. I think that truth's very broken.
You threadbare juggler!
I should pick my moment.
That was my favorite gun, you know! Eat lead, you miserable cockroach! Hold on a second. Ah! My eyes! My one weakness!
I think this controls the whistle.
What's that? It can't be! Ah!
Huh. I guess I am a tunnelhead.
Quickly, Arthur! We need to stop this train!
I'm right behind you!
Now, how do I do that exactly? Oh, this wasn't part of my training. Okay, Bergman, it's time to go.
What? Heavens above, I don't like the sound of that.
Run, Arthur!
What happened? Is that Bergman?
I just filled that hatch with explosives.
How long do we have?
I'm guessing about 15 seconds or so.
Excuse me, but I have to ask. Why is everything shaking?
Take a look out the window, Gunther. See if you can tell what's going on. It looks like... Oh, my! Well, what is it? I think the train's about to... I think it's about to... About to what? Spit it out, I think.
I'm gonna explode.
You need to pace yourself, Lamont. It's a picnic, not an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Still, it's nice to get away every once in a while, hey, Bailey?
Do you hear that?
Hear what? That's probably just my stomach growling. Just breathe it all in. There's nothing like the peaceful sound of... Oh.
I'll get the car started.
That was quite the explosion.
My sleuthing arm! I think it's bruised.
It was a sloppy solution, but we stopped the train.
We sure did. Plus, nobody got hurt.
What the hell is going on here? We came as soon as we saw the explosion.
Thank goodness you're here, officers. These three villains plotted to kill my dear sister.
Never mind that. They deliberately crashed the train. My financial records have surely been destroyed. Oh, yes? Well, they endangered my stuff and sabotaged my kitchen.
My allergies. They were exploited for personal gain.
I was tricked into reading this phony manuscript.
My clients are still buried under that rubble.
She'll be right, mate.
Is all of that true?
Cuff 'em, Bailey. They're coming to the station for questioning.
Just sit tight with the others, Miss Osterhagen.
Don't worry about me. I'll be out of here in no time.
Nobody try any funny business, okay? I don't want to get in trouble again. I'll be right here if you need anything. Bailey says I have to keep an eye on you.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Arthur, is that you?
It's me. So, how did your interrogation go? I'm sure Lamont and Bailey are fun, once you get to know them.
Listen, we've got to figure a way out of here. Look around your cell. See what you can find. Arthur?
I'm here.
Sorry if I dragged you into this mess, Arthur.
You know, Lady Unterwald wrote me a letter, telling me to be more adventurous. If only she could see me now.
You think Lady Unterwald would have approved?
I'd like to think so. I don't think she would have approved of the whole dying part, of course.
I suppose not. What do you make of your new adventurous lifestyle?
I think I'd still prefer the safe, predictable world of drab suits and bureaucracy. The adventure isn't over just yet, though.
Is there anything in your cell that could help us out?
No, but I swiped some stuff from the interrogation room.
Really? Why didn't I think of that?
Oh, there's also a big valve in here. Do you have a valve?
Can you describe that valve to me, Arthur?
It's just an ordinary valve. I think it's connected to the plumbing in some way, though.
See if you can experiment a little. Maybe we can use that to our benefit. Why didn't you tell me you weren't the informant?
I thought Lady Unterwald had planned the whole thing. I didn't want to go against her last wishes. Besides, it sounded like you had a lot riding on this mission of yours.
I had everything riding on this, but I didn't expect to see the inside of a cell. Do you think Mr. Liu is all right?
Can anyone truly be all right if they hit a brick wall at 100 miles per hour?
No, I don't imagine so.
Then I guess you have my answer.
Okay, back to formulating a plan.
Understood. It couldn't hurt to look around.
Psst, hey, is that you, kid?
Don, is that you?
I knew your voice sounded familiar. Don't tell me those casino goons got you too, huh?
Well, we've been accused of murdering Lady Unterwald.
Whoa, that's ice cold, pal. I really underestimated you. You know, you don't seem like the killing type.
But I didn't!
Relax, okay? We're drinking from the same bottle. They got me on a load of baloney, too. Listen, we can't stand around yakking all day, all right? We need to figure a way out of here.
I might be able to get into the lockbox. Just gotta give it a little whack with the old umbrella. Uh-oh.
How'd you get that?
Oh, this? I found it in my cell.
Sorry, but I've got to confiscate it. You know, it looks kinda like Lamont's umbrella.
I'm sure we just have the same great taste in rain protection.
I've got to lock it away, just in case you were planning a daring escape.
That's perfectly understandable. Oh, looks like Jimmy dropped something from the lockbox.
Hey, Agent Tam. You see that shiny ball over there? I bet it's valuable. That's it. Bring it back to me. There's a good field agent. I knew you could do it.
I think that's reversed the flow of the water.
I'll just put this in here. Heads up, Arthur.
There's something floating in there. I'll just place that here. Time to reunite Donnie with an old friend. I sent something your way, Don.
All right, let's see what we got here. You're a miracle worker, kid. I'll still need one of you to distract that bozo outside, though. Maybe you can make some noise to get his attention.
Jimmy!
Lamont told me not to talk to you, Mr. Ackerman.
Those chains are secured to the wall. I'll need a key to unfasten them.
Oh, who is doing that obnoxious clicking? I can barely hear myself think. Who's out there? Reveal yourself!
Is Diana there?
Who are... You know Diana?
Keep your voice down.
Who are you?
Listen, I'm from the Inland Revenue Secret Service.
Is this about my self-assessment? You people are relentless!
I'm not here about your taxes, idiot. I'm trying to break you out.
A jailbreak? Are you mad? What about my reputation? I'd be branded an escaped fugitive. On the other hand, it would definitely give a boost to my book sales.
Listen, Herbert. Stop daydreaming and pay attention. We need to get you three to Lady Unterwald's mansion.
The mansion?
The family are preparing a second will reading.
I suppose it would be an opportunity to clear my name.
Then there's no time to waste. Do you have anything in your cells that could bend those bars?
Nothing immediate comes to mind. I'll have to think about it.
Don?
I've got the keys, pal, but I'm not moving an inch until we have a clear way out of here. I don't fancy our chances of running out the front door. Do you?
Here goes nothing.
They don't give you much privacy, do they? It actually looks rather clean.
sent something your way, Diana.
There's something in here already. Ah, this key should unlock these chains. That did the job.
What's that noise? Is somebody flushing contraband? You better stop that right now!
Haha! I got a hold of his keys. Enjoy your nap, pal.
Come on, Plunger, don't fail me now! Plunge! Plunge! I think it's working.
You might want to stand away from the wall.
Are we sure any of them actually did it, Lamont?
There's a lot of string here, Bailey. Are you really going to argue with all this red string? Besides, they freely admitted to multiple other crimes in their own testimonies.
I suppose we could... What's that noise?
No, they can't be. The prisoners! Hey! Stop escaping, you ruddy delinquents!
Thanks for breaking me out of the joint.
Are you sure you don't want to come with us?
Hey, it's been a blast, but old Donnie's got to fend for himself, you know? Hey, you give those crooks a beating for old Don, you hear me? Good luck to you guys.
Hop on, everyone!
Where are we going?
We need to get to that mansion.
Did we get here first?
Where is everybody?
And you're quite sure, Dr. Hirsch?
Uh-oh, they're heading this way.
Indeed. We believe the murder weapon was fired as a projectile.
Hide!
Well, this is quite the development.
That's not all, Arista.
Oh, what's that? There's more?
The dart. It was tipped with some sort of poison.
Did I hear you right? Did you say poison?
Even if the dart hadn't hit an artery, I'm afraid Lady Unterwald's death was inevitable.
The killer wasn't leaving it to chance then. Tell me, who else knows about this?
I will consult with the rest of the Order this evening. I wanted to bring my findings to family members first, out of courtesy.
Of course. My dear sister would have appreciated that. Thank you for bringing this to my attention, Doctor. Oh, would you turn around and tell me what that is over there, dear?
I don't see anything.
Oh my! Dr. Hirsch!
I'm afraid the poor doctor has taken a tumble, Gunter. We need to move quickly. Take him to the basement, the both of you. Come to the lounge when you're finished. The executor is about to read Lady Unterwald's will.
Is this about our inheritance, Mother?
I intend to sell the estate over to Mr. Liu as soon as we gain control of the assets. He may have broken every bone in his body, but I'm sure he can manage a signature.
Yes, Mother.
They're gone. The coast is clear.
Dr. Hirsch revealed the killer to us, but at what cost?
What a twist! My novel is going to be a real page-turner.
We need to focus on finding the original will and testament. We can't let them benefit from that fraudulent copy. Arthur, you head to the library room.
All right. I can catch up on some light reading.
I'll check in on Lady Unterwald's private study. Herman, you check out the basement.
I get the murder basement? Are you trying to get me killed?
We can use the pneumatic tube system to send each other any clues we find.
That's definitely more refined than the prison tube system.
Okay, move out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today to mourn the passing of our dear Lady Unterwald.
Struck down by her scheming attorney, a meddling detective, and a train-wrecking saboteur. At least we can take some comfort in knowing that those three are securely behind bars.
Thank you, Arista. I have in my possession the last known copy of Lady Unterwald's last will and testament.
Arista must have provided the executor with a fake copy of the will. Lady Unterwald said that a copy of her genuine will is kept here. I have to find it before the reading finishes. This painting looks worthy of closer inspection. Aha! The last will and testament must be stored inside the safe. Let's give this a listen, shall we? 6. That's a click on 3. Almost there. I think I got it. Huh? That was almost too easy. Oh, blast. It's a smaller safe, with another 2 locking mechanisms. That's ready to be requested now.
Let's leave him here for now. My arms are getting tired.
I should check on the doctor, but keep my distance from those ghastly twins. It's an old-looking notebook. It seems Lord Unterwald was keeping a record of his astronomy observations. Sorry, George. I need this more than you do. Aha! What do we have here? Let's see if the doctor had anything on his person. The only thing he had was this weird syringe. Lady J. Unterwald, heiress of the Unterwald Empire. Apologies, Doctor.
Isn't it your turn yet? What's the matter, Gunther? I thought you loved digging holes. Can't we do this later? I really don't want to miss the execution. The executor, you imbecile. Why did Auntie waste all that money on your so-called education? That's money she could have left to me in her will. You won't be getting anything if we're late. They'll have taken all the good stuff already. We'll be left with the scraps. Is that how it works? Can they really do that? Well, I'm not waiting around to find out. Come on! I hate how lifelike these statues are. Whatever was Auntie thinking? It has to be one of Pierre's creations. Just look at the detailing. He even carved in her fingerprints. Let's get out of here. It's giving me the creeps.
Now, where was I?
Mein Gott!
Doctor, are you quite all right?
Herman, how did you get here? Why does my neck hurt so much?
You landed on it.
Of course, that mad woman tried to dart me. How did you know to use the adrenaline shot?
I was grasping at straws.
No, that was the intuition of an extraordinary detective. You did it, Herman.
I did? You're right! I did!
I suspect the poison in this dart will be the very same used on Lady Unterwald.
So, it was Arista all along!
That's right, but this may not be enough evidence. We need a confession.
I don't think she's the confessing type.
Maybe there's a way to make her talk. If we can get a confession, it should be enough to clear your names.
What happened to the rest of the Order?
There were a few broken thumbs when the train derailed, but nothing too serious.
Have the Order come to stop the will reading?
They sent me as their delegate, but it seems I failed. There may still be time, though.
Do you think the twins are in on it?
I think they have the combined intellect of a toddler, so are easily influenced.
What do I need to be doing again?
We need to get a confession out of Arista. It should be enough to clear your names and disinherit her from any claim to the estate. They're about to begin the will reading, so I suggest you hurry.
I'll be right back.
Don't be long, Herman.
That should fit in there.
I should look around for clues. I'll just request the inbound package. Nice. That looks like it's worked. Ode to Lemon Cake. Huh. I think Lady Unterwald recorded herself on this vinyl. That's Lady Unterwald's voice. I should be able to capture Lady Unterwald's voice with this. All right. Okay, that's in the system.
There's a package ready to be requested. I'll take it.
There we are, ready to be requested.
Success! There's not much here. I might as well add the rest of this. Oh, ho, ho, this stuff is potent! That doesn't sound good. I hope the pipes can handle that much pressure. It's already melted, but hardening fast. There! I've managed to create a wax impression. Safe travels!
There's a package ready to be requested. I'll take it. This wax imprint could fool the mechanism. There's one more locking mechanism to get through. This looks like another voice-activated lock. I'll play Lady Unterwald's voice near the lock. Success! Incredible! It worked! Lady Unterwald was right. The original will is here. We need to get this to the Executor and confront the family at once.
I, Lady Unterwald, being of sound mind and legal capacity, leave my entire estate to my dear sister-in-law, Arista Gudrun.
Yes! All right, Mr. Lou. It's time to honor our agreement. I hope you can still hold a pen.
Stop the reading at once!
You three again. What are you doing here?
What's all this?
That document is a fake! We have the genuine copy right here!
Ladies and gentlemen, this looks to be genuine. However, we should postpone the reading until I can evaluate the authenticity.
No!
You answer to me now. Inland Revenue will go through the estate with a fine-tooth comb.
Is that right? Well, any responsibility will fall to John here, just as soon as he signs.
You helped to build the Royce Express. Is that correct?
That's right. I designed her with my own two hands. The Royce Express could have been the future of rail transportation. But thanks to you, it's a smoldering wreck.
And yet you were willing to throw away your future for a payout. Jean-Loup had no intention of using your technology. He just wanted to remove his competition.
I admire your idealism, but that's business, dear. That's hardly a crime. It's just capitalism.
Lady Unterwald would have never allowed that to happen.
My dear sister didn't have the stomach to run an empire. Sometimes you have to make the difficult choices. She never understood that.
You were tired of living in your sister's shadow, weren't you?
Stop it! Stop this at once! It's not true!
Just admit it. You schemed to take her legacy and her life.
No! No, no, no!
Huh. I felt the ground shake beneath my feet. Were you and Mr. Liu working together on this?
I don't know what you're talking about. Just look at him. Hasn't poor John suffered enough?
You were aware of Jean's attempts to inform on Lady Unterwald.
Jean has been nothing but loyal. I only wish my dear sister could have seen that. He even volunteered to take the estate off our hands for a very generous price. Oh, don't worry, John. Our agreement is but a signature away.
You had to know we wouldn't just go quietly.
I'm sure the authorities are already en route. If there's any justice, you'll be back behind bars in no time at all.
I'll handle this. Why did you try to frame us for murder?
How dare you come here and accuse me of framing anyone? I won't be lectured by a bunch of train-destroying fugitives.
Bergman mishandled the estate's finances. Isn't that right?
I say, there's no evidence for that, you know.
That would be hard to prove, Arthur. All those records burned up in that little derailment of yours.
You tried to sell, and Lady Unterwald caught on to your scheme, didn't she?
No, that's not true!
Lady Unterwald was leaving you nothing, and you couldn't stand it!
My dear sister would do no such thing! You were parading around a phony document, a forgery.
Lady Unterwald cut you out of her will, so you killed her!
No! No, no, no!
Did anyone else feel that?
You're really testing my patience now!
Do you even need that hearing horn, Arista?
Of course I need it! I'm a defenseless old lady whose only crime is being hard of hearing. You can't help but make baseless accusations, can you?
How could you manipulate your own sons into doing your dirty work?
My poor incompetent boys? Come now, they're far too stupid to have criminal intent.
Now it's my turn! You used me to fix your hearing horn! You made me an accessory!
I have to thank you for your assistance with that, Detective. I couldn't have used my horn otherwise. My poor boys would have been lost in those vents for hours.
How deep does this conspiracy go, Arista?
There's no conspiracy, dear.
Then how do you explain my publishers denying the suburban burden?
What's that? What on earth are you talking about?
Herman.
But I think we can all agree it was a little suspicious. The Order won't stand for this, you know!
The Order? Oh, please. I set that whole thing up.
Sorry? What was that?
The Order was intended as an advisory board to nudge my sister in the right direction. Who do you think was doing the nudging?
Wait, you started the Order of Idle Hands?
Indeed. It was all in my sister's best interest, of course. I found them to be quite persuasive before they got carried away with their own customs. Alas, by the end, even poor John here couldn't get them to do his bidding.
Well, now we feel a bit used.
When did you last speak to Dr. Hirsch?
Dr. Hirsch? I can't recall. It's been a while since I saw him.
Are you sure you haven't seen the doctor?
Like I said, I wouldn't have a clue of his whereabouts. Now stop asking!
Perhaps we should search the estate for Dr. Hirsch?
That won't be necessary. I'm sure he's just been delayed, that's all.
I propose we start our search in the basement.
The basement? No, you can't! No, no, no! Ah! Whoa, what was that? Oh, I feel so strange. Everyone, listen to me! I said, listen to me!
It's over, Arista. There's no getting out of this one.
What? Dr. Hirsch? But I killed you! You should be dead! Wait, did I say that out loud? What's happening?
Looks like someone got a strong dose of truth serum.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid an attempt was made on my life with this poison dart.
Why didn't it work? It was no different to the one I used to kill your dear Lady Unterwald.
Mother?
Oh dear.
Why couldn't she just sell the estate? We'd all have been rich instead of living in her shadow.
You treasonous goat!
What have you done to me? Why did I say that?
What did you do, Mother?
Seize her!
I think it's time to leave, boys. Help your dear mother escape.
Come on, we have to stop her.
Make a break for the door, boys!
Oh, good. I'm not too late to the party.
Who the hell are you?
The name's Dirk Chiselton, and you're under arrest.
Stop him, boys!
We won't let you near our mother. You'll have to go through us first.
Oh, that suits me just fine. Allow me to introduce you to Hammer and Chisel.
Isn't it Dirk Chiselton fighting the twins?
Oh, no. Why'd it have to be Chiselton?
We should help. We can't let them get away.
Take this! And one of these.
Oh, you're pulling my hair!
I'm a little concerned about
Hiya!
Chiselton.
It couldn't hurt to look around.
Ow! Ow!
Diana?
We should help. We can't let them get away.
Let me go, you bounder! No, no! Below the belt! Below the belt!
Stop your squirming. You're not going anywhere.
Hiya! Oh, no, no, that's off limits. Ow! My head!
It's keeping the chandelier attached to the ceiling.
Hold still. Oh, you're just gonna hurt yourself.
I'll save you, Chiselton!
Looks like we got here just in time, Chiselton. How'd you figure it out?
Those three laid a lot of the groundwork. I just put the pieces together.
Well, we'd better get these three back to the station.
You can't arrest me! I'm innocent! And rich! You can't put rich people in handcuffs!
Shut up, both of you!
Come on, let's go.
That was some fine detective work, Herman.
It was?
Listen, Herman, I've got a case that's been bugging me for a while. Wouldn't mind another pair of eyes on it, if you're, interested.
You're suggesting we form some sort of crime-fighting detective duo?
Yeah, something like that. Are you in?
It's all I've ever wanted!
Well, Diana, you disrespected my orders, stole a bunch of classified gadgets, and blew up an express train. However, I can't argue with the results. Congratulations, field agent.
I've got the job. I'm a field agent.
I knew you could do it, Diana.
Well done, Arthur. We owe you a great debt. I suppose you'll be running the estate now that you own the place.
Oh, I hadn't even thought about that.
It can be more of an advisory role, you know. The Order can handle the day-to-day operations. We are here to lend a hand.
Say, Arthur, I don't suppose you'd be interested in a job?
You want me to work for Inland Revenue?
I'm afraid it'd be a strictly bureaucratic position for now. The amount of paperwork generated from this mission alone will keep us occupied for months. We'd need a professional lackey to sort through this mess.
You said there'd be paperwork and bureaucracy?
Oh, yes, stacks of it, I'm afraid. And you'd have to be comfortable wearing the uniform, of course.
There's a uniform?
That's right, but it's perhaps a little unadventurous for your taste.
I'll take it!
Are we really letting those three go?
How do you mean?
They may not have murdered Lady Unterwald, but they committed so many other crimes.
You forget, we've got them on record confessing to the lots.
I suppose so.
Ha! Have a little faith, Bailey. We were always one step ahead.
I'm in.
Good work, Agent. You know what you have to do. Leave no trace.
Yes, ma'am.